All right, if you had told me at any point in my career that I would be excited about walkie-talkies, I don't think I'd have believed you. But today, that's what we're installing. And we're gonna try a new format for this episode because I've been trying to figure out exactly how to get more content out to you guys and to be okay with these episodes not being these like grand productions. And so I'm trying to kind of return to our old format when I started building this car. And so what better way than to start with a new round of changes now that it's back from racing. We are back, the car is back. While we were there, we made all sorts of notes and I guess just, yeah, mostly just notes. We didn't do anything else. Lots of notes about what we wanted to change and fix and revise on the car. And one of the things that we realized while we were out was that being able to communicate from the car back to the paddock would be hugely helpful. So I spent money I don't really have and bought this, which is a Motorola kit from Racing Radios. It was not cheap. I don't know that I can justify the cost, but it feels like real race car kind of stuff to me. So let's get it installed. I don't really know how any of it goes in. It's like a hard mounted system. It's gonna be a permanent installation. I didn't want to have like a system that needs to get fully set up every time, or that we gotta like charge, remember to keep on the charger between events. So yeah, why not go for broke? This is the exact same system that my buddy Charlie, if you remember him, runs in their actual IMSA race cars. So it should be pretty cool. Let's take a look at what we got and get it installed. Fancy box for the charger. Oh, it even comes with tiny zip ties and heat shrink. That looks like a, oh, that's the cable for the headset that goes into the helmet. Helmet earpiece stereo jack. Those are the earpieces for inside the helmet. Noise canceling helmet microphone. Hopefully it doesn't cancel too much noise. That's a joke. Steering wheel push to talk button. Beep boop, beep boop. If you don't got Velcro, what do you have? And then the antenna for the top of the car. I'm totally gonna have to drill a hole in the roof of my car for this, and that is simultaneously terrifying and exciting. Simplest pieces put together first. So I thought. I was about to say something really cocky, like you guys are always impressed that I know how everything goes together, and this is no different. Oh, we're in business now. Right now I'm thinking if I just get everything laid out and connected and figure out how it kind of works, that's probably going to be our best bet. Okay, we know that this plugs into the back of that. This guy, I don't know. One step at a time. I suppose there's probably always instructions that we could look at too, but that's not as fun. For the wiring, this is set up for a normal car. It has a fuse. You would hook this up to your battery and then one up to your negative terminal or your chassis ground. We're gonna power this whole thing through our PD16 from Haltech, and that way it comes on when the car turns on, it turns off when the car turns off. It has an internal circuit breaker. We don't need a fuse. Simplifies the wiring. We'll just put it right into the PDM. So what's really cool about this helmet that I'm realizing right now is that because it's like a high-level Bell helmet, they anticipated that you might do something like this, and so they gave us a routing provision for a microphone with a hole for it. All of the side cladding comes out of the helmet. It's actually pretty cool. We're still gonna have to add some small holes to the carbon shell of it to attach our wiring, but that's okay. Overall, the fact that it's kind of set up for this to me is really cool. Bravo, Bell. This is a butane soldering iron slash heat shrinker slash make things hotter. We bought it as part of our toolkit for the racetrack, and it's going to go with us to the racetrack in case we need to do repairs. And right now, it's going to do a beautiful job of shrinking this heat shrink. We're going to show people what behind the scenes at a StanceWorks video really looks like. Show them behind us. Show them behind me.
Sometimes Sometimes while you're waiting for Mike to shoot, you just play with hot glue, and it slightly burns you. And it's just, you know, you ever play with glue as a kid and you just peel it off your fingers in class?
Yeah, as a
Core,
kid.
core memories.
So I want to clamp it here instead of letting it hang so that if I climb out of the car with this attached or it gets pulled on something, it's not going to pull the wiring out of the helmet, it's going to pull on the helmet itself. Like, there's clearance for that. Those will go in this helmet. That wraps around. I'll call it good. As far as mounting the base station goes, I've been told by Charlie that it's pretty critical to be able to reach at minimum the volume level knob while driving, which kind of sounds obvious now that I say that out loud. And I'm trying to figure out where I want to mount it. Down low feels better. It's not a lightweight unit. I'd like to have the weight low in the car, but at the same time, I'm kind of limited on where I can put it. Initially, I was thinking maybe just literally kind of something like right there so I can get to it, all the buttons. But that starts to get in the way of my fire extinguisher pull. Don't like that. That seems not like the smartest move. Mounting it further back here would be really hard to get to while trying to drive. So I'm starting to think maybe it needs to be mounted just there. But I don't know that once I'm belted in, I can really reach it. So just trying to decide where to put it. I think that'll work. If I can hold it out and I can grab the faceplate, I'll be able to reach the knob, reach the buttons. And I have this cinched way down, so I think that's our move. I just got to decide if I want to put a bracket off of the cage and like weld something on there, or just drill it into the cage. I don't know if I'm even allowed to do that. I got to read a rule book. Or maybe I can mount it to the sheet metal just behind it. Figure that part out. Got to get out of this seat. Thing is if I don't like where this is mounted, I don't really want to weld something to the cage to solve it. In case I decide to move it later, I'm not enthusiastic about that solution. But I don't know what other options I like really have. Feels kind of goofy though. It's like, feels like a CB radio or something. I don't really want it there. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. So I have just found out that Motorola sells a faceplate relocation kit for this whole front unit. And technically this like separates from the part, it comes off, and then there's a fancy cable that allows you to mount this part wherever you want in the car, and then the base unit itself can go somewhere else. This thing is heavy. I want to mount it not on top of my dashboard. So what I'm going to do is mount this where I want it to go. I don't know that I'm really going to need access to the buttons on this all that often. I'm not endurance racing. If I need to adjust it, I can just fine tune it between sessions. If I decide I want the faceplate somewhere accessible, then that's what I'll do. I'll get the kit and we'll mount this where I can use it. But for now, I'm going to mount this to the roll bar. And I found these guys in our kit. I think one of the Discord members sent these to me. They had them laying around. I'm going to 3D print a little kind of infill guy to give it the right clamping force and figure out how I want to mount these to the bracket and call it done. Should be super simple. I suppose I do want to explain this. We got to put an antenna in the roof. I want it in the middle of the roof towards the back side, just in front of the roll bar. I drew it out, I measured it. We're gonna hope that it's good. One chance to do this. So this feels like way more pressure than when I cut the fenders off of the car. Okay. Nice. 3D printing is the future. The fact that we need these little adapters and we just draw them up in 2 seconds and print them in a matter of minutes. And then they pop out, I don't have to clean them up and they're just ready to go. Oh my God. How cool is that? Just I didn't fully think this through though, because I don't know that I can get the bolts through that side. And by I don't know if I can, I mean that I probably cannot. Or if I can, I'm not gonna be able to tighten them. So let's see. All right, after bouncing around this thing a bunch, trying to figure out where to put it, I want to put it basically underneath the Race Logic unit. They're both located right next to each other. That makes sense in my head. It keeps the wiring simple and short. And in order to get everything assembled and mounted nice and tight, I've got to kind of take the V-Box unit out to get underneath it, which makes serviceability maybe a little bit silly, but these aren't units I expect to have to pull out of the car frequently, or, you know, they're not going to have to be pulled out of the car in a hurry, so I think that's okay. I'm having to yell over Khalil, if you can hear him in the background, but I think we have everything done. This thing is mounted. It's got power and ground. It's hooked up to the PDM. We just need to program the PDM. The antenna is mounted to the car, cables routed, tucked away. All that's left, I think, is we need to plug this unit in, which is the cable for the headset and the push-to-talk button. I've got the cable for the headset roughly routed, or at least it's mounted. I'm gonna do a little bit of routing. And I'm gonna wait to figure out exactly how to do the push-to-talk button, because that's gonna get integrated into the steering wheel harness, so it might get some adjusting, but I think we are pretty much on the home stretch. I'll get this set up, we'll program the PDM, and then we can hopefully find out if it works. All right, so with that, Khalil, say something. Oh, that's, you can hear that, right? Yeah. Can you hear me talking? Yes, I can hear you. We're talking over each other, so I didn't hear you a second ago, but you can hear me loud and clear? The volume settings in this thing are crazy, which makes sense, meant to be in a race car, but I've got it on the lowest setting right now and it is very loud. So who knows how that's gonna have to be once it's all set up and actually running.
All right, go for it, Mike.
Radio signal from the Ferrari inside the shop.
Got it. Perfect. Over.
Okay, that is a project that is finished. Radio's mounted, all the wiring is run, minus just finalizing the wire for the push to talk for the steering wheel, because I'm gonna make some changes to the steering wheel, so we're gonna wait on it. Everything else, all set up, antennas installed. I'm pretty happy with it. I think the location works. If I need access to that knob and I find that I want to be making adjustments while I'm driving, then I'm just going to get that faceplate relocation. I don't think this is a big deal, but I imagine once I get it set, we're doing 20-minute sessions. It's fine. I just come in and say, hey, adjust my volume or whatever. That's it. We're done. Project complete. I'm stoked on it. And as said, it's a bit of a new format for us. I wanted to try something a little bit different so that we can get more done and spend less time in the edit. There we go. That is a project that is knocked out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This one was easy for us to make, so give us some feedback, leave some comments, and hopefully you guys are into it and we can pump some more content out that looks like this. We're not going to abandon kind of the old style, the high production value. We're still going to be doing that too, but if we can include some stuff like this, I think it's going to be better for the channel, it's better for us, and hopefully better for you guys too. So let us know in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, you should. Join us on Patreon, join us on Discord. We've been posting daily updates. It's worth your while. I'll catch you guys in the next one.